Kwasi here, and in this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 habits that have stuck with me for the past 4 years that have helped me excel not only in business, not only in my relationships and my fitness, but in every single aspect of my life. These 4 habits I have rarely ever tweaked, and they've always stuck with me exactly the same, and even though there were minor adjustments. So I'm going to share with you what those are and how you can personalize this to yourself. But not only that, but also understand the core principle behind why habits work in the first place. Before I begin this video, I want to quickly announce a couple of spots have opened up for the free one-to-one consult with me and my team for the Reality Mastery program. So just wait till the end of the video for the announcement on how to sign up for that. And with that, let's get started. So today I want to talk to you about habits. And I've always been kind of against habits in the first place, because habit literally means I give myself permission to become unconscious and become dependent on these habits. Whenever you have a habit, it just means I'm just going to keep doing this mindlessly every single day on autopilot. And as you know, if you go on autopilot, if you live unconsciously, you're never really going to grow, right? You're going to keep doing the same things every day. Going to your job becomes a habit, keeping on doing and staying stuck in the same paycheck cycle, of dopamine hits, of the bad habits. It just becomes something that eventually limits you, okay? So you've got to know when to become conscious and when to rely on habits to help you become successful. So with that, I'm going to share with you the 4 habits that help me personally, okay, every single day. And these weren't comfortable habits, but these were things that really helped me grow and become the best version of myself. And as you know, in this channel, I always talk about how you can become the best version of yourself, because who it is that shows up to these areas of your life determines the kind of results and the performance that you have. Okay, it's never really about the what, it's always about the who that shows up. Now, before I get to habits, let's talk a little bit about why habits work in the first place. What I want you to understand is it's never the action, right? It's never the action that produces the result, because 2 people can do the exact same thing, follow the exact same business strategy and get different results. So what is it that produces these results? It's always the intention, right? So to give you an example, what you got to understand is you have these certain beliefs about what you need to do to help you become successful, to help you achieve what. And you've set up these certain conditions through the boundaries of your beliefs, right? So you believe that you need to work hard, you believe you need to wake up early, you believe you need to do this and that, and be productive and grind hard and hustle in order to become successful. So you've created these conditions for yourself. In your world, it's not possible to become successful with little to no effort. And because of that, that's exactly what happens. You don't give yourself permission to just be and experience and allow yourself this success, right? And because of that, you always got to keep working hard and keep running the hamster wheel in order to get a result. So with that being said, there are really 2 ways to achieve what you want. You can either be in congruence with your beliefs, right? So if I were to write down, sort of like a direction, let's say this is your belief and this is your action. Now, in order to become successful, the direction, the charge of your beliefs must match the charge of your actions. So if your beliefs are pointing this way, your actions are going to point this way too. If your actions point this way, but your beliefs point that way, then you won't be successful. For example, you believe you need to work hard to become successful, but you just can't work hard. You can't do the work. You keep procrastinating, right? So that's why you're always going to have this internal battle, and you're going to go against yourself. So you've crafted this self-image and how you view yourself, and you have this image of what success looks like, and there's a disjunct between that. And because of that, you're not achieving what you want. So we want to get those in congruence. That's one way. Another way is for you to change the belief itself to match the direction of your actions. And it's much more effective to change your actions than your beliefs, because these are much more invisible, right? So in this video, that's why I'm going to share with you why habits do work, because you believe that you need to do these things. And if you can get enough belief behind them, then the act of doing these things are actually somehow magically going to lead you to your goal. Okay? So without further ado, let's get right to the 4 habits. Habit number 1 that's always stuck with me is just waking up early. And I've just recently come to realize this after testing waking up late. Okay, and what I mean by early is waking up before dawn or watching the sunrise. Okay, waking up before the sun. Before sun. Now, a long time ago, I actually made a video about this with my morning routine. If you click up here, you'll check that out, my daily routine. I kind of still use that to this day, but I don't wake up as obnoxiously early as I used to, like 5:30 a.m. I don't believe you need to wake up at 5:30 as long as it's early enough that it fuels your productivity. Now, why wake up early? Why wake up before dawn? And what I've seen is that in yoga, there is this concept called Brahma Muhurtam. If you look it up, it's spelled Brahmahurtam, Brahma Muhurtam. What it literally means is that moment during 3 a.m. to sunrise is called the creator's hour. And at that time, any task that you perform is going to have 3 times more effectiveness than if you would perform at any other time. Okay? So any task would take you 3 hours, 3 times less. So if a task would normally take you 3 hours, it would take you 1 hour to do during Brahma Muhurtam. You get much more productivity because it's first thing, and it's right after you've woken up. Okay, there's a magical thing about this hour, from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. or whenever the sun rises wherever you live. So waking up before sun has been really, really powerful for me. Another reason why it's been powerful for me is you just don't want to wake up at that time. And at that time, everything is silent. There is no distraction at all, right? And you're kind of like going against yourself because no one else wakes up then. So it kind of goes to show you that, wait a second, I'm really dedicated to this. I'm really in control. It allows you to feel in control of this character. So the big benefits of this is the Brahma Muhurtam. I'm going to highlight this, BH, creator's hour, whatever you want to call it. And this is also going against your biological self. Biological warfare, whatever you want to call it. Self, expanding comfort zone, EC, whatever you want to call it, right? So this practice, I don't know why, it's just been really powerful for me because for the past few months, I've started waking up early again. I went from waking up at 5:30 to waking up at 7 a.m. and I even woke up at 8 to 9 a.m. because I wanted to get a little more sleep. A bunch of you probably see me wear this ring, this obnoxious looking like black ring. It's not a hematite ring, it's called an Oura, which helps me track my sleep. And as I've started to track my sleep, I started to see that I'm actually sleep deprived. That's why I feel tired most of the time and my brain's not even working because I'm not getting enough rapid eye movement. That's why I had to shift my time, my wake up time from 5:30 to 7. And now that I allow myself a little bit more time of rest, I see that I perform much better. So I found the sweet spot between like performing better and waking up early, which to me is around 6 to 6:30 a.m. and going to bed at 9. So I try to go to bed as early as possible because I see that it doesn't make sense. I would rather go to bed early than Netflix or do some mindless activity, right? And so cutting those out, getting a little bit more productive hours in the morning has helped me a lot. So that's number 1. Number 2, what's really helped me is daily meditation or yoga, whatever it is that you do that contributes to your spiritual growth, or at least you believe that it contributes to your spiritual growth, right? For me, it's meditation. Why is meditation so powerful? Now, you're going to see a common theme of this throughout all of the 4 habits that I described. And the common theme is you're going against yourself. You're expanding your comfort zone. You're winning. And when you win first thing in the morning, you get into what's called the winner effect. There's a great book on this. I also made a video on this. Click up here. I'm going to link it in the little I, or also put it in the description box below. But when you meditate, what happens is not only do you feel like a winner because you're waking up early, but you're also meditating at that golden hour, that Brahma Muhurtam, which enhances your spiritual growth. But when you meditate, you become more proactive. Most of the time when we're going about life, we can't take that step back because we don't have that self-awareness. Any single activity that happens, we get fully engaged in it, and that activity starts to drive us. Think about the time when you were last frustrated. What would have happened if you just took a step back and you realized what was going on? You probably would have been less frustrated and less influenced by that event. And because of that, you probably would have had more energy available to allocate in other things than being frustrated, right? So meditation, what it allows you to do is it helps you become more proactive. And proactivity, being at the cause rather than the effect, is going to transfer out into you being a more powerful creator of your reality. It's as simple as that. Another obvious benefit of this is that it helps you expand your comfort zone. You don't want to sit down and meditate for 20 minutes. Expand comfort zone. But it makes you feel like a winner after you've done it, because you're like, oh shit, I actually did it. Wow, I feel great today. It helps you feel more accomplished. Okay? That's number 2. Number 3 is taking a cold shower. This has hands down been one of the most powerful things that I've been doing for the past 4 years. Okay? Taking an ice cold shower, first thing in the morning, last thing before bed. Now, it's not as serious before bed, but in the morning it's very, very powerful. A great benefit that I've seen from this is immunity. I haven't, knock on wood, been sick within the past 3 years, right? I don't remember the last time I was actually sick. And that's partially because of diet, partially because of, getting my vitamins and everything. But I think a big cause of this is taking those cold showers. It's really great for your immunity. Ever since I started taking ice cold showers, I've started getting sick a lot less, if not at all. So cold shower, immunity, and it does something for you. It just, I don't know what it is, but it just helps you perform so much better when you take that cold shower first thing in the morning. I learned that from Tony Robbins when he takes that cold plunge, but I've just turned it into a cold shower. I just jump into the shower for 3 to 5 minutes even. I'll take that cold shower. You don't have to soap or anything at that time. You can come back and take a warm shower afterwards during the day. But I'll take like 2 to 3 showers a day. Okay? So cold shower gives you immunity, but it also helps you feel like a winner. All of these activities help you feel like a winner. It's important for you to feel like a winner, because if you feel like a loser, you're going to perceive yourself as a loser, and you're going to lose at every single thing that you do, and you're always going to keep fighting against yourself, right? So these 3 activities were powerful winner effect. Activity number 4, getting physical exercise. Now this I don't do daily. I'll do 3 times a week, but religiously actually doing it. Now what I've seen is when I don't get exercise, especially if I don't lift weights, I just feel like shit. My mood goes down, I can't sleep well, and if I don't sleep well, I don't perform well. If I don't perform well, I don't get results, and I don't feel like a winner. If I don't feel like a winner, nothing comes in my reality, right? So number 4 is exercise, and what it does is exercise in this day and age we are not getting enough of, period. Our ancestors were lifting a shit ton of weight. They were logging wood, chopping wood all day. We get none of that. We have sedentary activities like sitting on a keyboard and typing away. Now, with that being said, if you keep doing that, it's just not natural. What's natural is getting physical activity, being out in nature. We get none of that these days. So what it does is you use your brain to do all of these intense activities, like typing away at a keyboard or mental work, researching, whatever it is that we do nowadays. It's a lot of mental work. But that physical part of you doesn't get exhausted. So when you try to sleep at night, you're basically brain dead, but your body's alive. So you can't sleep. This is why people have insomnia, because they just don't exercise. Going for a 20-minute walk a day, going to the gym, lifting some weights, that's going to help you feel much better. And another thing I've noticed is my heart rate variability, your HRV. If you look it up, my heart rate variability does much better if I exercise, if you go for a jog, if you go for a run, if you go for a walk. I, for the life of me, hate doing cardio, so I'll just go and lift weights. So exercise helps sleep, helps performance, because if you sleep well, you perform well. And finally, it allows you to feel like a winner again. If you exercise, wait a second, I'm the ideal self. Self-care. I take care of myself. If I take care of myself, then I must be important to myself. If I'm important to myself, I must be 2.0. I must be becoming this 2.0 version of myself. So you becoming this 2.0 self, it contributes to that. All of these winner effects, expanding your comfort zone, feeling like a winner, becoming this 2.0 self, all of this contributes to you becoming the best you possibly can be. And when you become the best you, when you double down on yourself, you stop doubling down on other things. And your own value, respective to everything else in your life, goes up. And because of that, those things become a magnet to you, okay? And with that, I conclude this video. Let's do a quick recap. we talked about the 4 habits and why it's not the actual habits but the intention behind the habits, and how there's belief and there's the action behind it. So if your actions are congruent to your beliefs, you're going to move forward. If they're incongruent, you're going to move backwards. There's going to be a conflict. And the 4 habits that allow you to do that, allowed me to do that, and constantly feel like a winner, like I'm moving forward, like I'm accomplished, is just waking up early. Just the simple habit of waking up early. It's going to make you feel much more in control of your life. Number 2, meditating. Daily meditation, yoga, any sort of spiritual practice that helps you grow. It allows you to become more proactive. Number 3, taking a nice cold shower every single day. Again, you're fighting against yourself. You don't want to do it, but every single cell in your body screaming, you still do it anyways. You show yourself that it's not the body that controls you. It's not even the mind that controls you. It's you. Whatever you say, you do. It kind of gets you into the habit of just going out and doing. Eliminating this overthinking. Right now, we overthink so many things. We're like, oh, what's the point of this? Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Oh, I don't want to do that YouTube video. I'm so uncomfortable. But when you actually do it, how do you feel afterwards? You're like, wow, I'm so glad I did this because I've grown out of it. We can't achieve our goals because we're tied to our comfort zones in ways that we don't even know. You're stuck and bound to your comfort zones in ways that are beyond your comprehension. And then once you start doing activities like these, you start to see, wait a second, look, I'm in my comfort zone in this area of my life and that area of my life, and this is transferring out to every single area of my life. You start to gain self-awareness. And number 4, exercise. Just getting daily, regular exercise. I'll lift weights 3 times a week, and I'll do physical exercise, go for a 15-minute walk, the rest, like Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I'll work out. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, I'll get physical activity, even Sundays. All right, so I hope this was helpful. With that, I conclude this video, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell there so you're notified of any new video that I put out. Also, as I mentioned before, the free one-to-one consult with me and my team for the Reality Mastery Program is now open. Just click on the link in the description below to sign up for that. Who we typically work with are people who are entrepreneurs who are stuck at a certain revenue level and they see they have the ceiling. And they are starting to see that it's not a strategy or a tactical problem because they have all of those. And they're seeing that even if they do have the tactics and strategies, they're doing the right things, they're just not getting the results and they don't know why. And they suspect that it's an internal ceiling, that it's a beliefs problem, it's an identity problem at the end of the day. Okay, you're keeping yourself stuck in ways that are not even available to you. If that sounds like you, click on the link in the description below to sign up. Hope I see you there. The free Facebook group is open for you to take advantage of. The link for that is also in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Peace.